is Dr. Deb of The Established Facts, and we are coming to you live from GenCon 2024, the best 4 days in gaming in Indianapolis, Indiana. And we are taking a stroll down memory lane with our lovely friends from Carolina Game Tables. And this is our 10th year in a row.
I can't believe that.
I cannot believe it's been 10 years either.
I have watched your kids grow up.
I know you have. And they will be here tomorrow to come by and see you all. I will not put my daughter in your table like we've done in the past.
It can take it.
It can take. That's true. It's strong enough it can take it.
It helps my whole family.
That's amazing. Okay, I don't know whether, see, the thing is, my 6.5-year-old my son would want to stand on your table just to demonstrate, but we probably won't do that for safety reasons.
Yeah.
GenCon get a little mad at us, probably.
He might try to jump off. And
that's exactly true.
Where's he going to go?
Correct. He's going to try to fly, and no, not so much. But
these are moms talking to you who have experienced these things.
Yes, we have, and that's another episode for another time. Moms of gamers.
Yes.
Every time we come by, you guys have new and interesting things that we're going to spend our money on and have way too much fun talking about.
Thank you for putting my kids through college.
You're very welcome. It's our honor and our pleasure. You guys have heard us mention Carolina Game Tables. The game table you see us podcast in front of, that big, huge table, that is their table. That is Tablezilla. And it has been our best friend for 9 years? 8 years. 8 years or so. Yeah. It is enormous, it is beautiful, and we love it. We can't part with it. And then in our dining room is their dining table that currently has Tales from the Red Dragon Inn on it that we are playing regularly.
Great game.
It's fantastic. So we eat our dinner on it, and then we take it off, and then we play games. But I am sitting in a beautiful throne-like chair at the moment and feeling very comfortable. We were wondering if you could tell us.
Yeah, we call that the deluxe dragon chair because it's made from dragon hide. Well, or really, it's just top grain leather, so it's really good leather. And then it's been embossed with a dragon hide pattern, 2 dragon hide patterns actually, because the back of the inside back here of the chair has the spine of the dragon. I don't know if you can see that, but it's so much cooler in person anyways. And then we do have the hand-stitched dragon logo there in the back, which is an option, so you can get it without that. So we've got, the brass nailing, we've got, the special supports in this, we've got the seat that can be reversed, so you've got the velveteen on the other side. We can get these optional throw pillows. This is the latest thing from us because, honestly, we can.
Yes.
We can.
That's exciting that you can do that, right?
Yeah, we did the tables, and we've always had access to this kind of furniture.
Exactly.
And we knew that gamers want this kind of furniture for themselves.
Yes.
And so we wanted to put it out there. So we're testing the waters with this. We hope that you'll join us on our Backer Kit campaign later. It's going to be on our website, so don't worry if you're seeing this 10 years from now.
Right.
And going, oh my God, they look so much different.
Yes, that's true. What have they come out with now since in the last 9 years or whatever? But this feels like a throne. Like when I sat in, I was like, oh my goodness, this feels like I can rule the world like from this chair. It's gorgeous.
It is so empowering. And I've had this in my office now for more than 3 months.
You get it in your office?
Well, yeah. I make this furniture because I want to have it.
Right. So you have it yourself.
I have it.
The benefit of running the show.
That's right.
That's amazing.
So these are our prototypes that we've been working from as we've been kind of honing our process.
Yes.
And so I also do editing for Pinnacle Entertainment Group that makes Savage Worlds because I also work there.
Exciting.
So it is really empowering to sit in this chair with my tablet and to go through my editing and be like, I know that's right.
Yes, I know.
I know this. I know this.
Oh yeah. It's
I'm
the
GM
make this
power.
Comment. Yes.
Instead of maybe I don't know, is this right?
No,
I know this is right.
I am running the show. Here I sit, empowered to make these decisions. And I have to tell you, when I was so excited when he showed me that this was reversible, because this is the same beautiful material that's on the inside of your tables, right?
You are so correct.
Because it felt similar to the times when I've just kind of brushed my own felt on my own table. I was like, this is just beautiful. But then you have this for a little more of the shine and a little more, which is, I think that's fantastic. It's a great detail.
Yeah, and we wanted to do the throw pillows because not everybody can afford a $7,500 chair.
Fair. We wish everyone could.
That's right. That's right. We want that for you.
Life goals.
Totally want that for you.
Great life goal.
And we do have it cheaper in the campaign because we want to be able to get the word out to people. But we also have these throw pillows because sometimes you just want to have a little accent to zhuzh up the room.
Exactly.
So leather on one side, the velvet velveteen on the other side. The velveteen is stain resistant, rip resistant, fade resistant, so it's not going to fade in the sunlight if you've got it in the. But your other furniture will, so be careful. Unless you get that from us too.
Precisely. Look at that.
Oh, and the leather might fade. So
I don't know that I want to put this on my back deck. This would definitely be sitting at the head of Tablezilla, because if you're going to look down, at your kingdom, you want to have a great view there from
That's
that.
right.
So.
This is your ultimate DM, your GM chair.
Yes, it is.
That's right. You are large and in charge here.
Yes, you are.
Maybe you've had a hard day at the office, but you can come home and you can sit in this and be like, wash my cares away.
Yes. Well, it's funny because my husband is not a small gentleman and I am not a very big lady. And this is comfortable for both of us because we both tried it out. And certain furniture fits one more than the other. But no, it does not swallow me, but he was comfortable in it. So I should tell you, whatever spectrum you're on, this is in a very, very comfortable chair.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And now I want to talk about your tables because your tables are amazing because we own two of them. We keep joking when we come back, we're like, can we fit that one into our house? Well, we could try to shove it in. We haven't bought a third one yet. But
I bet parties at your place are epic.
Yes, they are.
They are.
We have Thanksgiving, truth story, we have Thanksgiving at my house, and Tablezilla is the center for all of our family games. So we break out Apples to Apples, we'll break out Cards Against Humanity, the nice version, not the, anyway, or something similar. And it's amazing because you can put 14, 16, you can just stuff them in and you can fit so many people around it.
Yeah, we only have 8 cup holders on there, but I've seen up to like 14 people on there.
You can. I can actually tell you it can be done. So if you're someone who's a big party game host family, Tablezilla is actually amazing. But then the dining table worked great. It's a perfect size because we can also, I'm going to say it's a great size for games, but it's a lot more reasonable on size. Some people may not have enough room for Tablezilla. And then we
started this one. So this is the breakfast game table. This is our latest design.
Yes.
It just came out in December of, what year is this?
This
23.
is
So it would have been 23.
23.
And this was designed for an even smaller footprint than the dining because some people don't have enough room for a 4-foot wide table.
Exactly.
So this is 5 by 3.5.
Yeah.
And we went narrower on the edges because it is more of a board game table, whereas we're RPG forward. We play RPGs more than we do board games.
Right.
But of course, everybody plays board games. So you can use an RPG forward table for board games. This one's really more of the board game type table. So
excellent.
We thought this is really cool. And this one rolled out the 3-piece tops.
We are so excited. We are lined up to get our 3-piece tops because we have 2-piece for our dining table right now, and it's a little unwieldy for me. My husband can handle it just fine, but a little much. So as soon as he was like, they're making the 3-piece tops for dining table, we're like, okay, we need to get our money set aside because it's. We just watched as you guys move these to the side. Much easier for someone, say my size, that might need to take them down. So that comes in handy.
And 3-piece for a Tablezilla. That's a no-brainer.
Oh, yeah, that's a no-brainer. You really need a 3-piece for Tablezilla.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So yeah, I mean, I think there's no end to the designs that Clint's going to come up with. My husband, he's just an amazing designer. It runs in the family. If you've ever seen something that his dad has made, his dad's also a furniture designer.
That's what we heard yesterday. I didn't realize that until, again, we were just chatting yesterday, learning a little bit more, and found out a lot of what you do, correct me, materials come from a place that he grew up in or his parents are from, an hour and a half from you all?
So what the real story there is that Clint's basically grown up in the furniture industry.
Yes.
That his grandfather had a furniture factory, and we're talking like doesn't work and owned.
Right.
But he started by working for another furniture factory to get the skills, and then his dad did the same thing, worked for his grandfather, then opened his own factory. So this is not like, we're not planning on owning the factory because we don't need to. There's other people who can manage the factory, and they're our designs and they're built in those factories that we have connections to.
Gotcha.
And there are lots of factories out there. So it's our designs and their labor force. That's how we can keep our prices low for everybody else.
Yes.
And I think it's working for us.
Yeah.
We're the oldest game table manufacturer in the United States. Can you believe that?
I did not know that. That's amazing.
Yes. I mean, it's like
totally,
10 years old.
fantastic.
We're not like a 100-year-old company or anything like that.
Right,
but
no.
the game industry has not been around that long.
That's true. You're absolutely right. It's still and just walking around GenCon, like, oh, okay, what's this company doing or what's this company doing? But in the end, we come back and we're like, the quality of what you guys create, our table is not going anywhere. It's beautiful. beautiful quality. It's not moving. As I said, my children have stood on it. I'm sorry. Yes, they have stood on it.
I've stood on tables.
Yeah, exactly.
My tables.
On your own tables.
There's a cute little video of us playing a game of not Jenga on a coffee table.
Yes.
That's, when you pull back, we're also sitting on one of our tables.
Yes.
You should check it out. It's kind of cute.
That is very
it's
cute.
Like less than a minute. So.
We have a game. I'm struggling remembering it. I believe it's called something versus T-Rex, and part of it is you're acting out and being a character. Well, I've had friends we have a video of that too.
Yeah.
That she's supposed to pretend she's a cat, and she's supposed to really pretend that she's really this cat. So she jumps up onto the table, and she's doing the whole pretending she's licking herself and doing her hair, and she's on the table just fine. We have another shot of someone who's trying to do flick 'em up, and she's sitting on the table, and she's doing that. The table's not moving. The table's laughing at it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Well, and we make good sturdy tables because we want them to last a long time.
Precisely.
And some of the design details that Clint's put in there because of the furniture background history there, the knowledge that, it's like when we say generational knowledge, it's literally like he grew up going into the frame shop and they'd cut him like a wooden sword that he could go and fight with his brother. Like,
that's amazing.
This is just the stuff that he's had access to, and we realize that has been a wealth of knowledge and privilege that he's been able to have that. Right?
Exactly. So that's not something you get.
Right. We try to use that to give back when we can. If there's ever an opportunity that you see a way that we can help you, please reach out to us. We love to entertain the idea.
And that's absolutely true, because Tablezilla, maybe we've told this story, if not, Tablezilla exists because Josh and I brought up the point we needed a very, very large table for the board game that I have called the War Game. It's an enormous board game, and there was no table that was big enough to hold it. And we brought up this deep difficulty, the gamer struggle, and they created Tablezilla, and therefore Tablezilla was our very first.
And it was our first Tablezilla too.
It was the first Tablezilla.
You have our first dining table and our first Tablezilla.
Correct. And our Tablezilla first went to PAX South, right?
PAX South. So
it was a demonstration model at PAX South. So see, our table has had some traveling.
Have you been to San Antonio?
I have not.
So your table has been to San Antonio and you have not.
Oh, don't mess
it's a
with
lovely
Texas.
place. You should go.
I have some friends who live in Texas and say it's beautiful. So I need to get myself to San Antonio, even though my table has been there.
You should go on the Riverwalk, and you should watch the Queens go down the river. It's amazing.
It's beautiful. All right, that's entering my bucket list. I need to make that travel. And then I can shake hands with my table and be like, we've both been to San Antonio now. Okay?
That's right.
But so what else would you like to tell for someone who's in the market for a game table? Maybe they just realize they need this.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make decisions. They're trying to understand, where do I go? The landscape has changed a lot in the last 10 to 15 years in gaming furniture.
So,
Thoughts?
So everybody who's looking for a game table does their homework. And I love that about gamers. They are smart.
Yes.
And they're min-maxers.
Yes,
and
they are. I love that you use that. That's absolutely right.
And they're going to look at all of the different companies, and they're going to, do their homework. And we are not the best fit for everybody. I get that. If you come to me and you say, but I want this, and I say, I can't do that.
Right.
I'm fine with, I can't do everything for everybody. Yeah, I will tell you. I'll tell you who I recommend in the industry, because they're all friends of mine. So
that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a rising tide floats all boats.
It's true.
And because there are more game table companies, there are more people thinking about having this in their home.
Right.
And you can literally, like you do, every single day, eat on it, do homework on it, stand on it to change a light bulb, whatever it is that you use your table for.
We've never done that before. Okay.
And then when it's game night, you take the top off, and you have a really nice game table, and you can enjoy the game so much more.
Yes.
So much
absolutely
more.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, your nice little, 4x4 card table does its duty, and yet as we've grown up as gamers, because my husband and I literally have grown up as gamers together. We got married, and he brought me to my first GenCon. Before we met you, I came to my first GenCon. I think it was 07 or 08, and I've come every year since. And now that I have a family and I'm introducing my family to games, my kids, we've played Quest Kids, which is down the way here, on the dining table. We have played so many RPGs. We put my husband is a tech nerd, he's put our television in the middle of TableZilla so that it becomes in the case, exactly. So then we've got an electronic
DIY on YouTube for this.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Made by one of our customers.
Search that, exactly. So we've done that. So we've had that in the middle, and there's still enough room for us all to like be around it and game. So we've used that. So if you're someone who wants a table big enough, TableZilla can do it. And it's a piece of furniture we're proud of. I tell you, we've bragged about you guys to our friends who come over, and it's so much fun because we will, so it's time for dinner and we're all eating and chatting, and we're like, okay, it's time to play the game. And we start, and our friends are like, whoa, what are you doing? And we just start, you're taking your table apart. And we start just taking it apart, and all of a sudden it's with that beautiful felt inside, and we're ready, and we're like, all right. And he and I are just, here we go. And they're like, you can do this? And they're like,
oh
my goodness.
Hiding?
Yes. And they're like, wait, it's an amazing table and you can just play the game. And we're like, yeah. And you set up the game, and then...
Fun story. This is how our company started.
Yes.
As game designers, we wanted to work on games, right? Yeah. And I said, well, why don't we get a game table? And we looked at the other companies that were out there.
Right.
And I want to shout out Geek Chic was very good to us.
Yes.
They are no longer in business anymore, but the people there were very kind to us and helped us kind of get a feel for the business.
Yes.
And set some expectations about taking orders at shows.
Excellent. Bless them for giving you those hints, like GenCon, right? Or,
or like we are here for marketing purposes only. We don't expect to take orders at shows. You're not walking onto the show floor and saying, hey, $3,000, here you go.
Exactly.
There are plenty of people who do that, and thank you. But they're also, this is something you're going to think about, and then you're going to plan for it. And some people are like, this is my big event. But how did we start this? We went and we looked at the other designs, and I was like, I need to have this in my dining room because we don't have room for a game room.
Right.
Like
you. Yes.
So, like, okay, what of the designs are going to fit in my dining room that literally has 3 china cabinets? Count them, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Because
I only have 1 in mine.
All of these are pieces that have been kind of passed down in Clint's family. And
Same
it's like,
here.
How do you get rid of the the china cabinet his grandfather made?
Precisely.
Right? You don't.
Yeah. Mine is from his family, and I get it. Nope, it's not moving.
So it needed to be a classic design that would fit in.
Yes.
And we didn't see it. And so Clint went to a friend of his in the industry and said, hey, can you make this table for us? And then he came back with the price, and he was like, we can make these tables for other people, and they can afford one of these tables too.
Right.
And I was like, nope. We have too much going on.
Right.
We're too busy to do this.
Right.
And fortunately for you, they convinced me.
They convinced you. Well, thank you. Whoever you all are, I'm grateful to you very much.
Yeah.
I am so excited. Every time we come, we go, that's literally our first... You're literally our first stop whenever we come into the exhibit hall.
Aww.
It's one of the, and it's immediately, okay, where's Carolina Game Tables? And he's normally figured it out before you even come in. They're there, okay, then we'll, whatever else happens. And
we do have other table customers who come by, but I have to say you have the longevity that anybody else has.
Well, we are delighted to be in that group. We've also, Clint was sharing that we've been the trial run for a few little adventures that have happened. Like, you've updated, for instance, you guys have made some updates in it. For instance, the tabletop
engineering, has changed over the years.
And they were incredibly responsive to a couple of challenges that we had with it, and they were on it immediately.
Because of you and your experiences, we learned about plasticizer migration, which I talked with another engineer yesterday and told them about this issue with the microphones, stands being so soft.
That started, exactly.
And they were like, I've never heard of this. This is amazing. How do you know about this? And I did not know about this. And I'm like, I just schooled you.
I just schooled you. Apparently we're the Demaree test kitchen, because Clint shared the same thing. That he talked to other people, and they were like, how did they figure it out? And he then shared it. So we were like, we are so delighted that we could help others not have the same adventures, and we're all good. We're all in a fantastic spot now with the table.
It was just the top. It's not the whole table.
Correct. It was just the top, and it's all taken care of. It's beautiful. So that ties back to your all's customer service, how well you care about your product, and if there was a legit serious issue, you were on it. We've never had any struggle, and that's, you got to watch who you're purchasing from, right? But if you want people who know their stuff and will help you out, I can't speak more about them. So
thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. Well,
you guys are just such a lovely family. I know why people are watching your show.
Oh, well, thank you, and we are delighted to share. We're delighted to share what brings us joy and what has helped us and been a blessing to us. And we want, we have been known to name drop you frequently. Like, you're looking for a table, we're like, It may not be your fit, but at least go by their booth and chat with them and at least find out if it's a good fit.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Well, everybody, this has been Dr. Deb of the Established Facts speaking to our wonderful friends at Carolina Game Tables. Go online, check them out, check up, get yourself your own throw pillow, because you know you do. There's also seat covers, and they're also reversible.
Yes.
So you can put those on, and they're very comfortable.
And it's in red. You can have it in black or
let's
in
show the red.
Sorry,
yes.
I was like, I'm going to show this off, but I'm going to use it too, because I always
And it's not that these are Deadpool colors that I'm trying to share with anybody, but I'm just saying, if you have a Deadpool love, you could totally be representing in regards to these. So just think about that.
We weren't thinking of Deadpool, sorry.
That's okay. Because he loves red dragons, and we have an enormous red dragon in our house.
Yep.
But I'm just saying it's another, just saying.
I mean, we love Pathfinder. It's the red dragon on the cover of the core
Red
rules,
dragon.
too. So, I mean...
Red Dragon Inn has also got that red-black kind of theme going, right?
It's a standard fantasy idea.
It is, absolutely. Traditional. Very classic.
Yeah.
Classic. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope we will talk to you soon. And as Big Don Martyr would say, we will catch you later. Bye.
Bye.